Yes.
Ready to go? All right. The people in the back are going to be here when they're here. I'm just going to leave this as an extra for whoever needs it. Okay? Ready?
Yes. All right. Stand by. Quiet. We're starting.
Somebody's moving. I can get it. Now the light is we need a bell. Who's a PGL?
Joanne.
Shut up!
There you go.
That was exactly what I was looking for. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to the first membership meeting of 2026. Good heavens, here we are, right? Welcome to those in the room and welcome to who's out there on the internet. Mark, do we know?
8 people.
8 people. Is there any way for those 8 people to type in and let us know who
I know
they are?
Laura, Patricia, Loretta. Who else?
Is Joanne streaming?
I would ask that they maybe let us know
Sure.
who they are. It's always nice to know
Loretta's
who's out
watching
there.
the chat.
All right. Our last membership meeting was in November, of course, because in December we don't have one, but we did have a very nice holiday party. I believe meeting notes were sent to members, but who would remember what they read in the notes from November anyway? Shall we assume we're good on the meeting notes from November? So say you all?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, that was easy. Robert, do you have some numbers that you want to report to everybody?
Report numbers. Hi everyone. Let's see. In January, the operating account is $25,152. Last year at this time it was $33,197. So again, capital is $20,500. We have a total of $45,652. Again, it's about $8,000 less than last year at this time. We got a little boost from where the time goes. We've had no major additional expenses this month. This, the PSE&G and the Verizon. The PSE&G bill was, just to give you an idea, was $1,060 for the month of November, December. But we do have a bunch of stuff coming up, which everyone, will probably come in piecemeal, but we have a lot of expenses coming in. We have the final numbers from where the time goes. There was $12,711 in ticket sales. Very nice. It made a final profit of $49.43. That's pretty much everything I have at the moment. Thank you very much.
That's good. No, cool. Glenn, we're destroying your set already. Okay. All right. Am I supposed to? You need me in the middle? Is that?
I got you.
It doesn't matter. Be anywhere.
I can ride the
Could I be in
explosion.
Hawaii? It's much warmer there. All right. Facilities. Our plan. The board's plan is only to report things to you about the building when there's actually something to report. I know Steve has one thing he wants to say. I need to tell you we hired a pest control company. I was here with them a week ago, I think it was. Trying to deal with the mice problem because, of course, there's no way you can possibly ever seal up this building. So what he did was he baited the areas where we have seen evidence of mice. What you don't do, I learned from him, and he's a 30-year professional in the business, is you don't bait areas where mice are not seen, because you know what that does? It invites more mice to come in. So this is a year warranty. They want us to let us know in about a couple of weeks what we, if anything, we're seeing, because there's no, it's not like this where it just instantly solves the problem. But what we do have to do is the same thing we've been doing and talking about is there is no food left out anywhere. All right, things have to be either in the refrigerator or they have to be in some of those big, heavy plastic boxes. All right, and people are in the green room during a show or while they're rehearsing and they're having stuff. They need to be extremely careful because those little guys don't need much encouragement. All right, so we have to be vigilant. All right, and that's all I have to say about that. And Steve, what do you want to talk about?
With regards towards progress on our storage in the back, we are signing an agreement with a surveyor, so we will be getting a survey done on the property, which will give us the information we need to take it before the zoning board in town. So that will be accomplished in the next 2 weeks. And then we'll be putting our plans before the town, and then we'll let you know, hopefully, we can get that done. And then we would be looking to anyone who may be willing to contribute towards the purchase of the storage units that we're going to buy, the shipping units. So if you are interested in helping us out with that, they're probably going to be in the neighborhood of $2,500 each. We will also have to get them settled and do some site work, which we have a person who's been willing to volunteer to give us the services. So we're in decent shape, but any help you can put towards that, please let the board know.
We could put a little plaque on it. Donation box.
I want to know if I can put a cot in it.
All right, I hope what's on the floor is water. I hope that's
I think
water.
it's coming from me.
Okay, are you the guilty party? Okay, all right, let's see what else. Our TV is working wonderfully, hey?
Yay.
Right?
Thank you, Loretta.
And my understanding is that we now have the ability to create slideshows that just, they move from one to the other. This is very exciting, so we can promote the theater, we can promote the current show, we can promote the next show up, we can promote lots of things to people who are sitting here starting at 7:30 for an 8 o'clock show and need some things to do, and so we're going to be able to do that. All right, let's see, member activities. We got some stuff people are doing. Linda, would you like to tell, because you're involved in some things, would you like to tell us about
I'm just involved in a reader's theater, a Nutley Little Theater this Sunday. Capital with the C. It's about, if you have the American dream, don't. Because everything that goes wrong. So, and I'm one of the, more or less like the Greek chorus kind of thing, the chorus member, so. And it's at 2 o'clock at Nutley Little Theater on Erie Place, 47 Erie Place in Nutley. It's free.
Okay, and those are just the kinds of things that we want to put in the prompter, hopefully ahead of the time when you're going to do something. All right, so we keep saying that. Loretta's putting that in the prompter. We want to know what you're doing, want to know what you're involved in, want to know what you're going to be doing. And the only way we're going to know is if you say, I'm going to be doing this thing. All right, hope you just told us tonight about something you're involved in. That would have been a perfect thing to have in the prompter to let everybody know that that was going to be happening. Do you want to tell everybody what's coming up? It's next
Sure. I hope, excuse me, I have to get my voice back. I hope everyone has heard of the Kaleidoscope
Yes.
Ensemble Company. Todd Murphy, some of you are familiar with Todd, began on January 24th at Fairleigh Dickinson Student Union. We're having a program called Diverse Dialogues. It's 2.0. We did one January of 2025. There are 7 pieces by unknown playwrights, let's put it that way. Short pieces, 10-minute pieces. They're reading, they're stage readings. So we invite, there are 2 shows at 1 and 2 and 1 at 6. And I think we're charging like $5. I don't know, it's very inexpensive. I should have brought flyers, I'm very bad.
When is it again? January?
24th, Saturday, the 24th.
The day after opening night.
Yes.
All right, that's it? Okay.
That's it.
All right, Stacy's not here, but Stacy's always here talking about the thing that she does, the workshops, the ongoing workshops. You probably all have heard that, and we're always putting that out. So it's a fun thing to learn how to do. It's weekly. I think most of the time it's on Sunday evenings, but she lets everybody. You all know how to get hold of Stacy if that's something that you would like to work on. Your improv skills. Sounds like everybody has a lot of fun.
Claudia,
Steve,
just project
yes?
a little bit more.
Okay. I mean, see, I'm used to having a little
I know.
thingy, and I don't have it.
Sing
Okay.
out, Louise.
All right, right now, Steve, I'll give you the floor in a second.
Okay.
Owen Sheridan is currently appearing, this is the last weekend, over at Bergen County Players in Edward Albee's Seascape. So that sounds interesting. All right, so Steve, you want to tell us what you're up to?
You can hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm involved with an original production of a musical based on the diary of Anne Frank, and it's called The Diary. The first official full performance was done in this theater, is it 2 years ago now? No, yeah.
I think it was like 2 or 3.
2 years.
March.
Yeah, more than 2. About 2 years ago this March.
Right.
And we've done several concert versions of it since then. We are doing a more fully staged version again at the Barrymore Film Center in Fort Lee on March 21st and 22nd. That's a Saturday and Sunday. This is a really great, well-written piece with the music is I feel just really sensational. And it's about a very important subject. And Jana and Tony, Jana's the author, are hoping to get this produced in the city at some point. So if you come see it and then it gets to Broadway or off Broadway or someplace, you can say you saw the originals. So again, March 21st and 22nd at the Barrymore Film Center.
Stacy is in the chat. She said the next improv is Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. if anyone's interested.
Okay. And all you need is from our website how to find her. You can get in touch with Stacy to get involved in that. All right. If you saw the diary here, then you know what a beautiful piece that is. I know initially when I heard a musical about the Diary of Anne Frank, really, it's a beautiful piece, and I think it's wonderful that after its debut here, that it's having this ongoing life. It is absolutely worth seeing. If you didn't see it when it was here, by all means, go see it at that wonderful Barrymore Film Center, where we did something, Mark, not that long ago, bringing several theater companies together. I would hope we would get to do that again. All right, upcoming shows. You're going to hear in a little while from Glenn about Blythe Spirit. It opens next Friday. Where's Glenn? There you are. We're not panicked, are we? We're good? Next Friday, we're good?
Still standing.
You're still standing? All right, still standing. All right.
He's confused.
Well, maybe
But
we
in
need
a little
to-
while, Glenn is going to give us a tour of the set, and also we'll walk through some interesting things about Blythe Spirit. All right, so I mean, of course, we all want to pitch in and give this show the support that it needs by doing tickets, by ushering, and also by showing up. You know, if we are members here and this is our community, any show that's up, we should use our member ticket to be here, and or give that member ticket to some nice person we know who then gets the opportunity to see what goes on here. They get to experience live theater courtesy of you. All right, we have one more audition date that was just set for The Psychic, which is next Saturday.
24th.
Not this Saturday, a week from, right? Okay. And that information, has that information gone out? We didn't. That's just happened, so no, the information
Just happened today. It's 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Right.
on
Okay. So
Saturday.
that in the next blast, that information will be out there. I sat in on their auditions this Thursday night. Tuesday night, it's a really interesting, fun piece. It sure is. It really is. All right, and then after that, you've already seen the auditions dates have been set for Jesus Christ Superstar. So we got a lot of exciting things going on. Do we want to tell us anything about the Marshall Playwright Showcase?
Well, it starts with him.
Yeah. Plays have started to come in, so we haven't read them yet. We're just starting, and that's it. We'll let everybody know more details at the end of March specifically, but plays are rolling in.
And if anybody wants to direct though, please let me know since I'm producing. I know, you right there.
Linda is producing this year.
Yes, if anybody would like to direct, let me know.
It's a lot of fun. I directed in 2 different ones. It's a lot of fun. It's different. It's not a huge time commitment, and it's a lot of fun.
Is it fun?
Is it fun?
It might be a little fun.
I've heard that it's a lot of fun. Yeah. All right. Jay, do you want to say anything about where you are next season, developing next season?
We're developing next season.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's an ongoing process. It was a slow-going process where first we had almost no one submitting, and then all of a sudden we got a wave of a lot of submissions. So we have been doing a lot of interviews this week. Every day this week we interviewed 4 or 5 people per day. We have a couple of interviews next week set up, and we're going to try and curate a season that will bring community together, name recognition, fun, a little different, because I think we need to start thinking about the future, and it'll take a little bit of time, I think, to get there, but I think we want to have a good season, and we want to bring people in, and we want to bring new people in, and that's what we're trying to do this year. So, hopefully it works out.
Okay. Do you have any sense of when you might actually have
Nope.
this? No? Okay.
As we tell our directors, it's a slow process, and we promise to let
And I will say it is taking significantly longer for rights this year. Significantly longer.
Thank you, Concord.
Well, Concord also was closed for most of December.
Oh, really?
So I was waiting, and then I called them, and they're like, we are closed, like the second week in December, and they opened up beginning of January. I'm like, well, okay.
How nice of them.
That adds another few weeks onto everything, so, because Concord basically owns everything now. So, yeah, we're doing what we can do.
I'm not crying, in case you think, yeah.
But I will say,
Winter has
we are happy that we did get submissions from a lot of new people. People who have directed in other places, not here, so I think that's a great thing.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it? We're
Yeah,
good?
that's it.
Okay. And it's a lot of fun? No.
That'd be a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
We had fun last night at the end.
Okay, all right. So, something we are looking to do is create a stronger Players Guild community. And I think what Jody was just saying really, it touches that. I made an executive decision, I didn't check with these guys, I just did it today. What we'd like to do for the February meeting, and those of you who are at home, we'd like you to be here in February for that meeting, because I think having an open discussion amongst us is a good idea, an idea exchange. What is our culture as an organization? What attracts people to our group? What makes them become an active member? What makes them stay? Because obviously for any organization to be ongoing, to thrive, it needs more than just a tiny handful of us to be the ones involved, to be doing all of the doing. All right, so we want ideas from everybody. How can we increase the attractiveness of this theater organization, this amazing, long-lived theater organization? What can we do to make it more attractive to people to become part of, an active part of the Guild? And we'll put this out in the prompter and in other things, but think about it this way. If you had a magic wand, what would you make happen? What would you change? What would you like to see done? All right? It's going to be an open discussion for the February meeting, a little bit of business, and then a conversation among all of us in this community about how to make this a better, more exciting, thriving community. All right? So there you go, executive decision. If they find me, they find me. What can I tell you? All right, anything else, any other business, any announcements?
I just have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Did the exterminator go into the attic as well?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, however, and I had a whole conversation with Diane about squirrels. Upon initial inspection, he did not see things that indicated an infestation of squirrels. We may have an occasional person coming in and out, but we did not see that. Can we have him back and do more? Yes, we can. But I'll tell you, the one thing he said is typically if they get in and they want to make a home, all of your boxes are chewed, they eat the cardboard. He said, I'm not seeing that, I'm not seeing things that would tell me that, but that doesn't mean we can't have them come back and double check, because we want to address that before we do any work on the roof.
Point of order, Madam Chairman. What about actors chewing the scenery?
That's a different, I don't know what you do.
That's a different kind of pest.
I don't know how to exterminate that. That I don't know.
That's your job, as a director.
Okay,
Seen that show.
I love that.
I love that show.
what?
Arsenic and Oil.
Arsenic and all that?
Speaking
Okay.
of exterminating,
We'll be quiet.
Okay, I have something that's a surprise for everyone, including the board, and that is, it says in our agenda, we have a special presentation. All right, a surprise for all of you. Loretta, if you would be prepared to take some pictures. I would like to invite down to the stage. Would you both like to come? Dr. Frank Lavelli? No, just Joanne, you just want him to come? Okay,
Yeah.
Dr. Frank Lavelli with an announcement.
No, you're on your own.
Hate being on stage. So I have an announcement for the Guild. I'm just, since I'm terrible speaking extemporaneously, I'm just going to read what I wrote. To the President and Board of Trustees of the Players Guild, Summer Stage at Leonia enjoyed a successful run of 20 shows from 2000 to 2019. The extraordinary cooperation from and generosity of the Players Guild of Leonia were instrumental in allowing Summer Stage to achieve the artistic and financial success that it had. After 20 Brigadoonian summers, Summer Stage at Leonia formally dissolved in 2025. As a way of expressing our gratitude, upon the closing of the Summer Stage bank account on 12/31/25, the Summer Stage Board of Directors has instructed that the remaining funds in the account, totaling $10,000, be awarded to the Players Guild of Leonia.
Whoa.
Wow.
We would be pleased to have you accept this gift.
Wait, what's more of an hand?
Please note that these funds are given in two different checks as follows. Check number 1, in the amount of $5,000, is for the Guild's immediate use for facilities-related expenditures. Check number 2, in the amount of $5,000, is to be held in the Guild's bank account earmarked for the anticipated future production at the Drill Hall by the Players Guild of Jersey Boys, which is to be produced by myself and directed by Ray Lucas at a time agreed upon. This money will be dispersed to this production in addition to the funds provided customarily by the Guild for its major musicals. This $5,000 sum is to remain intact and available exclusively for this purpose through December 31st, 2028. It is my strong belief that Jersey Boys would be an overwhelming artistic, financial, and marketing success for the Guild. If by January 1st, 2029, I have not been able to produce Jersey Boys, then these funds are to be automatically released into the Guild's general account and be available thereafter for immediate use by the Guild for facilities-related expenditures. Again, I and the entire Board of Directors of Summer Stage at Leonia wish to convey our deepest gratitude for the Guild's contribution to the success of Summer Stage, and through our gift, we would like to contribute to the future success of this historic Guild. Thank you.
Pretty cool? Absolutely. All right, so, should I open this?
No, we know.
Is that's, yeah, so Frank reached out to me.
Make sure it's signed.
Wow, it is indeed that. Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you, Lavellis. Thank you so much. And I'll tell you that as soon as Frank and I discussed this, it came to my mind, could we use this as a jumping off point to create some kind of thing, opportunities for others to match this, to participate in some way, because 5,000, as we know, we have, well, let's see, we have this, and this, all the different places it could go, and certainly if we need a new roof, we need a whole lot more doors, etc. So maybe, just maybe, the board can have some conversation. If you have a great idea, let's hear it. This way, please, not now, about how we might turn this into a lot more money.
One more thing I want to mention. We had already applied for the rights to Jersey Boys to be produced this coming September, next September. Rights are not available. And that's been the problem with the show for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
That I try to apply to it. So my thinking is as you probably know, you can apply for rights generally 18 months in advance of the first production date. So I'm thinking about moving it to September of 27, in which case, in mid-March, I will apply for the rights again, which is 18 months, and we'll see what happens.
Just let us know so when we're making the schedule.
Exactly. That's why give me plenty of time so that we can work it into the schedule.
Absolutely.
Just to add one thing, if we ever do get the rights to it, one thing I find is that everybody getting 3 weekends is very fair and very nice, but there are some shows that are just catching on when they're closing. And I think that would be one of them.
We would had even discussed 12 performances. And I think we could actually do 15, but to be discussed. Because this will sell out in 5 seconds.
And if we doubt that, certainly we only have to look at the success that Bergen County Players have with Beautiful. They're adding shows like crazy. And they have 200 seats, and there was not a seat to be had.
Yeah.
So one would hope that we would be able to create that same thing with a show like Jersey Boys. Just don't tell anybody to look for Jersey Boys, because then they'll want to do what we're, shh, you're sworn to secrecy, right?
It'll be edited out of the...
Right, yes, please, actually, if this is going up on our site, we don't want that. We don't want that in. All right, so unless you have something
I have one
else.
quick question. I don't remember the mechanism, but once you submit, is there a way for them to advise later if it does become
No, you have to
available?
resubmit.
You just have to keep submitting.
They sent an email that says, at this time, it's not available. Maybe try again in 90 days.
Persistent. You have to be persistent.
So they don't tell you when it becomes available?
No. Not at a waiting list, you have to reapply.
Okay.
And I think we can be reasonably assured that Frank is going to stay on this like a bologna sandwich, right?
He doesn't give up.
Yeah. Well, it's clearly an important pet project for you. It means a lot to you. So I know you'll be all over it. Okay. All right. Is there anything else you guys need to announce, say, ask,
Yes.
volunteer to do?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I know Glenn is going to talk about the show in a little bit, but I just want to make a call out for, we need a few skilled hands. You can see we're already well progressed on this wall, but this wall still needs a lot of work. We have to hang some doors, and we have to do it in a time frame that allows the rest of the production to do all the things that they need to do for tech. So Saturday morning, at least by 10 o'clock, some of us will be here a little bit earlier. If you have some time, there's some painting that needs to be done. There is still some construction that needs to be done. There are curtains that need to be moved and so forth. So if you're available, please come down. We need a little bit of help. We need to make it happen on Saturday so tech can happen seamlessly on Sunday.
10 till when, Steve?
At least 10 till 4.
Oh, wow, okay. That sounds like a lot of work. Okay. All right. Is that it? Is there anything else?
I watched Blight, for anybody that, I watched Blight the other day, and I wasn't really aware of what was going to happen or anything like that. I wasn't that familiar with the show. Oh my God, it was frickin' hilarious. And everybody in it, the cast was absolutely amazing. So if you're sort of dithering or you don't know it, get your butts down here and see this show, because it was hysterical. I was laughing over and over and over, and I don't laugh that much.
I'm very glad you didn't fall off your chair.
I hope it's a comedy though, right?
It is 8:29. We promised that as much as possible, we're going to keep our business part to half an hour so that we can get to the workshop. So the workshop is in 2 parts. Glenn is first going to walk us through the set, tell us a little bit about the story, perhaps as well about the author and the time in which this happened. And then we're going to move just a couple of pieces of furniture, and then we will have our poetry workshop. Do I have a volunteer to pass out because we have a little program, and I have some nice person hand out thank you, Suzanne. See, she's a nice person, thank you. All right, okay, so we've got a little bit of a couple of minutes break here to get organized, but we're going to introduce you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
And thank you everybody for being here, and I think the business meeting is now closed. All right, it's time to print it. Okay, all right, onward. All right, Glenn?
Okay.
You'll put the chairs back where we found them, and then you can take us through the survey.
It's really a lot of fun in a historical building to put a set together and look around and see personal history. I see a number of past occupants of various rooms in my own home. A Victorian farmhouse in Alpine, but it's only Victorian because when it was built, Victoria was still alive. But I see this wonderful lamp which has already appeared in another production here, which I removed from my living room because when it was placed in the living room and we turned it on, the living room took on the appearance of a Turkish bordello. So we rushed it over here and used it to illuminate the band in Desperate Measures last season. And here it remains. Now, the combination radio gramophone, which reminds me of something I became familiar with at the age of 8 or 9 in a friend's home, and it was old at that time, hence it had been banished to a lakeside cottage somewhere in Lake County, Illinois. First appeared here in a trip to Bountiful. And it was then relegated to a corner of the green room where it remained until a couple weeks ago when we realized we needed an antique gramophone for Blythe Spirit. I won't go into the rest of it. The rug has been in the possession of my family for a long time, nearly 2 years. Mostly in our garage. And we were delighted to find a wonderful use for it here. In fact, we like the rug so much, we may actually put it in our house one day. But, so much about personal history. Also, it's the general opinion of those who are in the know that we are getting our money's worth out of this green sofa.
Yes.
A couple chiropractors are getting their money's worth out of it because of what we had to do to get it out of the workshop and into this room. But be that as it's the price you pay when you're dedicated to creating art. But I have a quiz for you. Some of you are familiar with Blythe Spirit, and I'm not going to ask you to answer the first question, but just in terms of the renewed interest, it seems, in these trying times in spiritualism and the world beyond, I want to ask you to look deep into your heart of hearts and ask yourself, do I really believe in ghosts? If you don't, Blythe Spirit is still going to be a hell of a lot of fun. But question 2, can you name for me 2 plays in which a spirit from beyond appears to a main character in a play, visible only to that main character and a couple of supporting players? A ghost of a former spouse appearing and causing complications for that main character, which lead to somewhat dire consequences for the succeeding spouse. Can you name 2 such plays?
I can name one. I Hate Hamlet.
Close.
The Scottish play.
What?
Yeah, Duncan, he kind of shows up. Anybody else? One, of course, is Blythe Spirit. The other one is, and this is the reason why The Good Doctor was close, is Hamlet. I think I can promise you, even if you don't want to take Robert's word for it, this production is going to be a lot more fun than Hamlet. And due to the efforts of a number of other directors and myself, and over the objections of some of my players who are immensely talented from top to bottom, it's going to be shorter than Hamlet. So please come, tell your friends. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we're having a ball. There are so many people to thank for jumping in late in the game. Steve dragging himself out of his deathbed like Jimbo at the Alamo to complete our set, and I know he's going to complete it very soon, because I'm going to be here making sure he does.
Next month.
And Lois, Robert, the board, thank you all so very much, and I know you're ready for some real entertainment, some real immediate entertainment. Claudia's turn.
Okay, we're good? All right, thank you. All right, so we're just going to move a couple of things. You guys are going to move a couple of things, right? We'll get this out of the way.
All right.
And we might actually even put it back in the right spot. We decided not to, originally we wanted to have all of this moved back and then close the curtains, and we said, oh, let's not make things so challenging. Guys, you know what, I am going to make use of the fireplace for this one. All right? There we go. We're getting it organized. Everybody has a program, as it were? Everybody has one? Okay. I have 4,000 copies in case you need one. Here we have some more. Some of them on very pink paper, some of them on less pink. Less pink, not so heavy pink. I'll just put them here in case anybody needs one. This will tell you what we're doing. What pieces we're performing. Is that, I think this is actually supposed to be a little bit farther over this away. Think we're good? Yeah. Guys, we have all of our things. You ready? Ready. Yeah, so okay. You good? Good to go?
One second.
Oh, okay.
Clean my glasses.
Clean the glasses.
Yes.
Love, it's got to be love.
She loves me. So in love.
If I loved you.
Till there was you.
One hand, one heart. It takes two.
If ever I would leave you.
We kiss in a shadow. You're the one that I want.
You'd be so easy to love.
What about love?
Do you love me? On the streets where you live.
Can you feel the love tonight?
People will say we're in love.
I'll take romance.
Romance.
Can we try that again?
Sure.
I'll take romance.
No, we're not done yet, but thanks for the applause. Oops, what was that? Mark's?
Is it just clip-on, Mark?
Do we need this, Mark? Yeah?
It's a clip-on.
Okay.
We can edit this part out.
That's the DVD sales.
Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometimes too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou owest, nor shall death brag thou wondrous in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. so long as men can breathe or eyes can see. So long lives this, and this gives life to thee.
When in disgrace, with fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. Yet in these thoughts, myself almost despising, haply I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at the break of day arising, from the sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thou, sweet love, remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings.
Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love, which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is an ever fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error and upon me proved, I never writ, nor no man ever loved.
My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, then her breasts are done. If hairs be wires, black wires grow from her head. I've seen roses damasked red and white, but no such roses see I in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath from my mistress reeks. Look, I love to hear her speak. Well, I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant, I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, oh, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare.
I have come to learn that when it is all said and done, it's not about the amount of time that we get to spend with the people we love. It's all about those small moments, those relationships we create, those lives that we touch, and those memories will last a lifetime within us. It's really all beautiful if we actually stop and think about it, the power of love. And no matter how many years pass, it remains within us. And oh, the memories. How many people actually take the time to think about the past? And all those people who have touched their lives. We live in such a rush, I gotta go here, I gotta go there. Give me my half and half mocha latte to go society. You know, and on some levels, that is great. Life is meant to be experienced. Carpe diem, they say. And we act like the Energizer bunnies, always doing this, rushing here, not being afraid to live our lives and follow our dreams. But on days of remembrance like today, they force us to stop and reflect on what we're grateful for. If anything, I have come to learn that there's no limits to the amount of love the heart can give or receive. Love doesn't come in pounds or ounces. It comes in eternities. And when we love a person, whether it be a family member, a friend, a lover, we love them for our entire lifetime. and into the great beyond.
Sometimes, with the one I love, I fill myself with rage, for I fear I effuse unreturned love. But now, I think there is no unreturned love. The pay is certain, one way or another. I loved a certain person ardently, and my love was not returned. And yet, out of that, I have written these songs. When I heard at the close of the day how my name had been received with platitudes and the capital, still it was not a happy night for me that followed. And else, when I caroused or when my plans were accomplished, still I was not happy. But the day when I rose at dawn from the bed, of perfect health, refreshed, singing, inhaling the right breath of autumn, when I saw the full moon in the west grow pale and disappear in the morning light, when I wandered alone over the beach, undressing, bathed, laughing at the cool waters, and saw the sunrise, and when I thought, now my dear friend and lover was on his way, coming, well then I was happy. Oh, then each breath tasted sweeter. And all that day my food nourished me more, and the beautiful day passed well, and the next came with equal joy, and with the next at evening came my friend. And that night, while all was still, I heard the waters roll slowly, continually up the shores. I heard the hissing, rustle of the liquid sands as directed to me, whispering to congratulate me. For the one I love most lay sleeping by me under the same cover in the cool night. In the stillness in the autumn moonbeams, his face was inclined towards me. And his arm lay lightly around my breast. And that night, I was happy.
I think of love and you, and my heart grows full and warm, and my breath stands still. I can feel a sunshine stealing into my soul and making it all summer, and every thorn a rose. Wild nights. Wild nights, were I with thee, wild nights should be our luxury. Futile the winds to a heart in port, done with the compass, done with the chart. Rowing in Eden, the sea. Might I but more tonight in thee? Heart, we will forget him. You and I tonight. You may forget the warmth he gave. I will forget the light. When you have done, pray tell me that my thoughts may dim. Haste, while you're lagging, I may remember him.
Maybe nothingness is to be without your presence, without you moving, slicing the noon like a blue flower, without you walking later through the fog and the cobbles, without the light you carry in your hand, golden, which maybe others will not see, which maybe no one knew was growing like the red beginnings of a rose. In short, without your presence, without your coming suddenly and sightingly to know my life, gust of a rose bush, weed of wind, since then, I am, because you are. Since then, you are, I am, we are. And through love, I will be, you will be, we'll be.
Amo el trazo de tierras que tú eres, porque de las praderas paritarias otras estrellas no tengo. Tú repetís la multiplicación del universo. Tus anchos ojos son la luz que tengo de las constelaciones derroteras. Tu piel palpitía como los caminos que recuerdas en la lluvia el meteros. De tantas lunas fueran para mí tuyas caderas. De todo el sol, tu boca profunda y sutilicias. De tanto la luz ardientes como miel en la sombra. Tu corazón que matado por logos reyes rojos y así recuerdas el fuego de tu forma descendándote, pequeñas y planetarias palomas y geografías.
I love the handful of the earth you are. Because of its meadows, vast as a planet, I have no other star. You are my replica of the multiplying universe. Your wide eyes are the only light I know from extinguished constellations. Your skin throbs like the streak of a meteor through rain. Your hips are that much of the moon for me. Your deep mouth and its delights. That much sun, your heart, fiery with its long red rays, was that much ardent light, like honey in the shade. So I pass across your burning form, kissing you, compact and planetary, my dove, my globe.
I do not love you as if you were a salt rose or a topaz, or the arrow of carnations the fire shoots off. I love you as certain things are to be loved, in secret, between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that never blooms, but carries in itself the light of hidden flowers. Thanks to your love, a certain solid fragrance risen from the earth lives darkly in my body. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you straightforwardly, without complexities or pride. So I love you because I know no other way than this, where I does not exist, nor you. So close that your hand on my chest is my hand. So close that your eyes close when I fall asleep.
Suddenly, after the quarrel, while we waited, disheartened, silent, with downcast looks, nor stirred eyelid nor finger, hopeless both, yet hoping against all hope to unsay the sundering word. While all the room's stillness deepened about us, and each of us crept through his thoughts' way to discover how, with as little sound as the fall of a leaf, the shadow had fallen, as lover quarreled with lover. And while in the quiet I marveled, alas, alas, at your deep beauty, your tragic beauty, torn as the pale flower is torn by the wanton sparrow, this beauty, pitied and loved, and now forsworn. It was then, when the instant darkened to its darkest, when faith was lost with hope, and the rain conspired to strike its gray arpeggios against our heartstrings, when love no longer dared, and scarcely desired. It was then that suddenly, in the neighbor's room, the music started, that brave quartet of strings breaking out of the stillness as out of our stillness, like the indomitable heart of life that sings when all is lost. And startled from our sorrow, tranced from our grief by that diviner grief, We raised remembering eyes. Each looked at other, blinded with tears of joy, and another leaf fell silently as that first, and in the instant, the shadow had gone. Our quarrel became absurd, and we rose to the angelic voices of the music, and I touched your hand, and we kissed without a word.
Kissing burns 6.4 calories per minute. Want to work out?
I'm in my bed and you're in yours. One of us is on the wrong place.
Feel free to use kisses as a method to shut me up. Anytime.
I can't wait to roll over until I can kiss you good morning instead of sending you this text.
I fell in love with you before I kissed you. I fell in love with you even before touching you. Meeting you was and still is the best thing that ever happened to me.
I just want to be loved by you for the rest of my life. Emoji, emoji, emoji.
Can I borrow a kiss? I'll give it back.
I love you for who you are on the inside. All that sexy stuff on the outside is just a bonus.
I want to hold your hand, laugh with you, walk next to you, snuggle on the couch, look into your eyes, talk about everything, and kiss your face every damn day.
Hey, sexy. Just a quick morning text to remind you how what? 2 words?
Yeah.
Irresistible you are, said.
I just want to lay on your chest and listen to your heartbeat.
I'm still crushing on you, even though you're already mine.
I wish I could copy and paste you into my bed.
Don't tell me what to do, unless you're naked.
I promise I will hold you when you're sad. I will kiss you when you cry. I will make you smile whenever you feel down. And I will love you till I die.
What would you do if I asked you, wow, yeah, let me say that again. I'm so nervous around you. What would you ask for if you knew that the answer would be yes? Ooh, tempting.
No, I'm not gonna lose feelings. No, I'm not gonna find someone better. No, I'm not gonna cheat on you. And no, I am not going to leave you. I've already made up my mind. I want you and only you. No one else. Because to me, you're my kind of perfect.
I just want you to be happy and naked.
You are the reason I smile a lot.
I will kiss every single scar on your body and soul to remind you that love doesn't have to hurt.
You're not just someone I want to be with. You're the one I never want to be without. I am totally,
Completely.
eye-popping,
Seriously.
groundbreaking,
Passionately.
Deliciously.
in love with you.
No,